Hello and welcome back to Chapter 5, Lecture number 19. So in the previous lecture, we imported the window frames inside of the building. And what I like to do in this lecture is making a door frame. So let's get started. I like to hide these window frames, so press H. They're not deleted, but they are just hidden in the viewport. That gives us some freedom from what we're doing. So I like to add mesh a cube. We start with a cube and go to the edit mode. I'm scrolling around, SY, make it thin, and press SZ to scale this. And press S. We have something like this. All right, press Ctrl B, hold Shift, and move this a little bit. So we have this nice bevel on the object. And I like to append or add a material. And medieval wood. Or planks. That's better. Medieval planks. Because it will be a medieval plank we're going to use. And it's medieval wood. But it doesn't matter. These are planks, right? And we only use this material for this door. All right, so now we need cube projection, and there you can see it. I like to scale the texture as Y, stretch it a little bit, not too much, just a little. And you can see there are some darker areas on the sides. You want a little bit of it. Good. So if we have a quick preview, and we have it, but it's loading also the other texture. I'll pause it, and when it's ready, I'm back. All right, so we turn around, and it looks good to me. Of course, we need to adjust the material settings, so go to Shading, and left-click on this texture. I always want some space before duplicating it, and we pick the roughness. And we need to change this to non-colored data because it is a black and white image. Lower the specularity to 0.05. Maybe, just use a low value. I think 0.05. That should work. And shift control. My bad. And the normal one. And we need to add a vector node. And we combine these two. Looking good. I hope it's looking good. Control point and go to the render view. Yeah. Normal map. Non-color data. And look at that. That looks like a very nice plank. We want to duplicate this. So we will do this in the edit mode. And let's go back to the UV editing. Maybe I want to just have the diffuse one, front view, all these modes. It's sometimes a little bit confusing, but in the end, they're doing a great job. I like to, to scale, just to move this a little bit above. So these medieval, what are they? These dots, nails, I don't know, but so they are centered. Something like that. All right, and we go for a duplication. Press GX, and you do not want space between it. Just try to connect it, and we move this to the right, and we duplicate it. GX, and we do exactly the same, and we move this to the right, maybe a bit smaller. Yeah, and one more time. So we have 4 planks. Look at that. And we want that one. Good. So, yeah. And I want to move this door. And you can see there is an issue, but we will fix it. Oh, GY. Yes. And go to the edit mode, wireframe mode. Let's select these. Go back to the solid. Or let's go to the render view. Material preview. And scale it down. All right. Okay. So the problem we have is that these bars are very thick and the door is very small, and I want to have some better proportions so it fits the door a bit better, the hole. So delete this bar, and I'm making this much smaller, as not that much, as X. I'm doing this in edit mode and control point so we have it in front of us, GY, and scale it a bit more. I do not want to see these curved ends, and drag this more. Let's select the window, GZ, okay, and GZ. All right, now the fun part is getting there, GY, and duplicate it, and we stretching this a little bit more, and as Y, as Y, same for these, and this looks more natural to me. But you can try your own style on this, as long it feels in proportion. So we had a very small hole right there, and we now extrude it a little bit. And if we go to, we want to have, this frame is a little bit too much outside. We have this problem right there. So let me think how we can fix this. Just lower it a little bit. We can delete this bar. That's better. GZ. Lower it a bit more. All right. This looks good to me. Yeah. And let's delete. Well, oh, that one is already good. So we can now just duplicate the door, and we rotate it, or hold Control and you rotate it 90 degrees or 180 degrees. GX. You want to have the same door size. Yes. We need to do some fixing, so make this one smaller and scale this a little bit. GY, GZ, and scale this a bit more, and you should scale the coordinates as well as Y. And it's not the texture you're seeing right there, it's the rough boot, so don't panic. GZ, GY, very gentle. All right. So we have two door frames. All right. So we have now doors, and we can continue with working on the building. So what we will do in the next lecture is adding more bars on the roof and the transitions, because right now the transition between the roof tiles and the planks are really hard, and I want to soften it a little bit more. So it's sort of fine-tuning and adding more and more details, so we get this very nice end result. But this is the end of this lecture, and I see you in the next one, where we will continue. Bye bye.